Hey everybody, it's Blasphemous Roar again. You thought you could escape me, but it turns out all you had to do was close the browser the entire time. But you didn't. So you're stuck with me as we watch another race. And I've also got Tayman with me here as well.
Hello, you are also stuck with me, you poor souls.
Actually, you can just mute him. It's fair. I mean, you can mute me too and just watch the races, but I wouldn't recommend it. So today's game is Nezumi TekuTeku, and this was in the top 8 of Mystery Tournament 11. This is an amazing game, and I just had to dedicate some time to commentating on it because it's just absolutely... It's so lovely. It's so cute. I love cute stuff.
Yeah, when I was downloading the VOD for this, it just immediately made my day.
Yeah. Like, I've got 2 mice. I was about to say 3. I have 2 mice in my room as well that I take care of. So, you know, mice are adorable, so... Yeah, the object of this game is, I believe, it's just to get to the goal, right? It's not. You don't have to get the cheese first, or do you?
It's just goal, I believe.
Okay, yeah. The cheese is bonus. So they're going to be grabbing pieces. Well, we'll let you see the show first, and we'll explain things as they're going on.
Let's count this down because we need to make sure we're all doing it at the same time. So I'll count down from like 5.
And unpause and go?
Yeah, on go.
Oh,
and then
right.
Rush to hit play on all 4 of your videos.
Yep.
Alright, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
I probably lost that race.
No.
Alright,
we're good.
I got mine going.
Alright, so the game here is, like I said, Nezumi TekuTeku, in which you are guiding a mouse to the goal. There are bonus goals inside those. For instance, some of those things you can see where you have the menu at the end scratched off, those are bonus goals that they can do, such as, don't squish the mouse. You'll see that goal failed quite often. In fact, it's a valid speed strat to squish the mouse for a moment while you do some other stuff. So
does that pause the game briefly?
Well, yeah, because, I mean, you basically have just stuck the mouse there in between something, so it can't go anywhere.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah, already Nicole is...
psyho squishing the mouse there.
Angsting a little bit.
It's so adorable. So, we're going to see a bunch of different mechanics here. Like, for instance, you're going to see ladders that the mouse will always climb up on, but they won't climb down on. You're going to see enemies will show up. You're going to see laser beams that they've got to block off in order to spare the mouse from it. And the mouse has a very simple movement pattern. If it sees a ladder, it will go up the ladder. If it doesn't see a ladder, it just keeps going and bouncing around and everything. So,
and it'll drop down a ledge as well, and there's no fall penalty at all.
Right. So some of these levels, like you see on psyho, you've got they're going to have a key. So not only is it a problem getting the mouse to the key, it's like, for instance, there he had to block off the ladder in order to prevent the mouse from going up it.
Right, and it looks like I believe this is, I think karaoke's having a hard time on 1, 2, or 1, 3 or whatever stage, but it looks like she needs to get the mouse in that little in-between area and then drop down that platform so it can ride up on top.
Yeah, this is a simple game of elevators in the first one.
I really like how, and it looks like karaoke's got the idea now, but I like how just smooth everything is. I feel like other puzzle games, you have, like, in between movements, you have like a slight pause. You can't do things quite as fast as you might want to, but it looks like in this game you can just...
Oh man, almost instant feedback. Like,
yeah, you can just breeze through these if you know what to do.
I love the fact that there's a fast forward button too, because it adds a lot of speed squishing.
I just saw my first squish. It's so adorable, I can't get over it.
It's so adorable.
Are these... I saw like blocks with a mouse pattern on them. Do those have a special purpose at all?
With a mouse pattern. Oh yeah, those ones. Yeah, you click them. They're toggle blocks.
Oh, I see now. Oh, so it looks like he needs to get the enemies out of the area. I'm hearing Nicole rage in the background, and it's very amusing. I have her volume down a bit, but I cannot mute Nicole ever.
Whose audio are we on?
Oh, I don't know.
Okay. Good choice. Psyho is always reliable on audio. Street Funhouse a lot because he's got a reliable stream in audio. We appreciate you, Psyho.
I do wish that the stages were marked which stage they're on, so we could kind of see who's ahead here.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no in-level feedback. Psyho is definitely taking the lead here. He's on World 2 right now. Excuse me, sorry.
Oh, go up and down. Okay, so the mouse will go up and down the ladder if it runs into a wall. Ah, poor mouse fell into the spikes.
It just does an adorable little roll off. Like, this entire game is adorable, alright? I think that's the proper descriptor for it.
Yeah.
You can also do some, I'm trying to remember if you can. Yeah, you can move a platform faster than the mouse and do some weird tech with that, but in the end it's going to land where you put it anyway, so...
For the hardcore speedrunners of this game, just looking for the tech.
I mean, this is all about where do you click. I mean, task done in auto hockey. Let's go.
This would be an insane speed game. Like if you have someone just knows all the motions on every stage.
Yeah.
So it looks like Sai went on the 2-6.
So we have a question here from Goose. If the run it's happening asynchronously. So, in an effort to save games right now, due to the low amount of testing right now, resources were a little bit limited. So we ended up, as a result, we're doubling up a lot of the first round matches just to save games. So when schedules were a little bit harder this time around. So what happened was we had all four runners, when it was around their time, they would all do just an offline broadcast. And then this is actually, this is the offline broadcast, basically.
Yeah, but we have not, the commentators have not actually seen these, so we don't know.
Oh yeah, we don't know what's going on.
I'm not going to make I am unable to make the same mistake I did in commentating Puzzle League VODs once. Because I knew who won, but I thought that everyone else knew who won already, and I spoiled it.
No. Never spoil the VOD for yourself. It's almost as fun as the race.
Yeah, so I have no idea who's going to win here, but I will say
that unfortunately the timers on the VODs do change things, but...
Oh, I have not been paying much attention to those until you pointed that out.
Spoilers.
I will say that Nicole is winning the Salt game right now. She is number one in my heart. But it does look like in so Sai's in World 2, and it looks like these levels are getting noticeably more complicated.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of more. So there's not too many more mechanics that are going to be added. I seem to recall that the amount that you've seen already is basically the most of them. I could be wrong. I've been wrong about every time that I've said, oh, these are the only mechanics you'll see. I've been entirely wrong. So we'll see how that works out. So Psyho's actually moved on to stage 3. Oh, that's right. Sorry. See? Just as I said that.
Oh, okay. We have
screen wrapping is a thing now.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's like Mario Bros, like the original Mario Bros. Where you just go out one end and come out the other. That is interesting.
Yep, so they've added now screen wrapping. They will add some vertical wrapping as well. So psyho is just plowing through this, though.
It does seem like for some puzzle games that some people they get the feel of it, for lack of a better word, and other people take a little longer. Yeah, it looks like Psy just knows what's going on.
For people that don't know, psyho is we refer to him as Mystery Tournament's resident puzzle god. He submits a lot of puzzles, and he's also really proficient with them. And basically, if you're in a puzzle race, he's more likely to finish in first than he is anywhere else. There are puzzles that get him, though. And if you really want to see Psyho squirm, face him and make him play Sonic.
Oh, God.
He hates Sonic.
It's the wrong...
See, Psyho right now is using the mouse's squished motion to allow him to check out everything and move around.
That's actually a good strategy. Now, since these runners know that there's no penalty for squishing.
No,
it seems like you only die if you hit spikes or hit an enemy or hit lasers.
Or Wario or Super Mario Bros. 3. The next one he's got is crumbling blocks. Man, I was hella wrong when I said there were like no other mechanics. I'm just gonna never say that again.
Ooh, what's gonna go on? Oh wow, Psy just picked up that mechanic like right away.
Was not even an eye-bat right there. So where is everybody? We got Dev is on 2-7. What's the username there? I've got it listed as
devolitionderby.
No. I like being smart. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And
then we have. Where is everybody? I don't know where karaoke's at right now.
Yeah, that's why I wish we had some stage markers. All I know is that Psy's ahead.
Yeah, Psy's ahead by a long shot there.
Devolition is dealing with an onslaught of penguins, it looks like. Look at those squished.
See, you just squish the enemies and then you don't have to deal with them anymore.
Well, he's gonna have to unsquish them to get past, it looks like.
No, he doesn't. Look at that.
Ooh, I guess not. Look at that.
Good move.
Wow, nice. So you can move it with the mouse on it.
Yeah, so the mouse does not preclude you from moving in any way. So this musical loop will get old, except that it won't.
It's not. It hasn't gotten old for me yet.
Squish. Poor mouse.
He's one of those he's one of those immortals that just cannot be killed, so they just off themselves for fun.
Right? Just like what sort of interesting things. So now we've got boxes.
Oh, a new mechanic already, because Psy is just flying through these. He's pushing the little box! Oh my gosh!
Okay, so Psyho actually messed that up, is going to realize that pulled that one off wrong. Psyho is a robot. That is correct. Do not feel bad.
Yeah, so it's boxes, it looks like they just push them whatever direction.
Not only does the mouse push boxes, so do enemies. So Psyho here is looking at this new area and just look at that pause tech. Like he's just stopping for a moment and figuring the right moves out. Pausing in a race? Who would do that?
He's gonna go take a reset there. So I think he's... Okay, yeah, so he's gonna pull that over... Oh, but okay, so he's still in good shape, yep, and then he's gonna bring that over to the spikes.
Yeah, the problem was that he dropped it a little bit too early and put the mouse on the other side of it. Oh, the mouse was just in a grave.
This reminds me a lot of... So, way back, like maybe like 15 years ago, I had one of these... It was like a plug-and-play thing with a drawing pad on it, and there was a game where you basically had to drag blocks like this and make a path for the guy. And I'm getting those vibes here as well, because I knew it reminded me of something.
Yeah, it's a commonly seen thing. I mean, I've seen plenty of, especially in Flash games, they use the whole look at that. You can actually move things around. There's been some really good interactions with this one, especially. So we have Karioki there. Uh-oh. Got real scared with that laser. I thought it was going to fry him. Poor mouse.
Yeah, Karioki did figure that out at the end.
What did that say?
Nicole is just squishing this enemy back and forth. Oh, and you can kill the enemies with a laser. That's cool.
Yeah, you can kill the enemies with anything that'll kill the mouse will kill you.
Yep, okay, so Nicole's... I think Nicole and Karioki are about roughly the same spot.
The mouse is just... or Karioki just squishing all the enemies.
They look like they're behaving as if it's a minor inconvenience being squished. It's like, oh, not this again. Oh, and so
that was rewarding. That was so rewarding to figure out. I can imagine. The squishes are real.
It looks like Karioki is gonna try. It looks like she's trying to get them to fall into the spikes, but they just come back up the ladder.
Yeah.
Except for that, she's managed to get one back there. they're so resilient.
They just... It looks like she's just, like, combining all the enemies. There you go. All the enemies are just together on Karioki's stream, trapped in an eternity of ladder climbing.
Oh, that's a good strategy.
Apparently they can't anymore.
Yeah, I wonder why...
So Karioki's just not realizing that she's got to pull that ladder up a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, and pull that ladder up and then pull off the blocks. Yep, there.
I love how every single person has done a different format with the way that level ended.
The one with all the enemies and the squishies?
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like...
psyho figuring out to push that block back and then run over it and push it back the other direction real quick, like.
Oh, now we got the top down.
Vertical screen wrapping!
I'm digging these mechanics.
Oh yeah, it's a very simple game, but it does so well.
I've always marveled at puzzle game designers. Because it's like, I can't even figure this out, and I'm playing this. How did you design this? yes,
yeah, I don't think I could actually pull off being a puzzle developer so much. Everything would be kind of simple.
Like, it to be
really complicated.
Unimaginably clever.
So here we have the classic make the enemy do your work for you.
On whose screen? On
Psyho.
Size.
So he's getting that enemy taken care of, out of the way, and just outruns it. So instantly doing that screen. Are we sure he didn't watch Top 8? Because, like, he's already on stage 5.
Yeah, he just has one more world left to go, and this is not even close, it looks like. Everyone else is on maybe stage 4? Or maybe is Nicole on world 3? I feel like I've seen this level.
Yeah, this level... Dev is definitely pretty well ahead of those two, but psyho is clearing Dev pretty hard. But mind you, again, keep in mind that these races that are happening right now, the only thing that matters for Devolution Derby is psyho. And the only thing that matters for Karioki is I Like Being Smart.
Right,
Even
okay.
if psyho wins, Karioki or I Like Being Smart can both take the win on this. Or either one of them can take the win on this still.
I'd entirely forgotten about that. Yes, I feel bad for Dev, because got paired against the puzzle god of the mystery tournament.
Goose, I don't know if anybody was that mean. They might have. There's a lot of vicious puzzlers out there. Because one thing is, like, basically Sorry. So with puzzles, one of the big boons that you can have is just practicing by playing more puzzle games. The more that you play, the more you start seeing mechanics. The more you start thinking about things, and it helps you with like preventing getting frustrated and the like when dealing with them. Because the key thing is that the only way in Mystery Tournament to prepare to train is to play random games. It's to just keep going with it.
Well, you never want to just get frustrated, no matter how good it feels.
Oh no, Tilt is the number one killer of a run. Trust me, I had that happen to me in Mystery Tournament 11. I was super mad.
Why are things not going the way they're supposed to?
Oh, nothing was going. Where's the mouse? Squishy!
Squish!
Dev is just like got the mouse there, just hanging, chilling.
That's actually a good. Yeah, that is.
And
a good
then
strategy.
shoves the enemy off the ladder. Look at that boot, just like screw you, dude.
Dude, that is savage. I do not want to meet Devilish and Derby.
Squish you with a block. He'll just like grab a block, just
Good
slam you
lord.
with it.
Just any block, just out of his pocket.
Yeah, we can assure you Tilt will be a factor in MP12.
Dude, the tilt is eternal. So it looks like Sai is sort of feeling out the level right here. Actually, no, it looks like he was getting everything lined up the way he wanted before before starting the level.
Yeah, so he's planning ahead here. So he's realized, for instance, that you only need one key. Or no, you need both keys, sorry. Yeah, you have to drop down on that thing. So he's just first time.
I just... The image of the mouse holding the key, I just think is the cutest thing. And also, it looks like the mouse will not climb down a ladder. He will only climb up a ladder.
Correct. Nothing will climb down a ladder.
Okay, so now Sai is seeing which block he should deactivate like there.
Dev's got the right idea there, moving that block all the way down.
The mouse does a little wave as he leaves the level. And Dev is... Oh, geez. Dev is like a world and a half behind Sai.
Wow. Psyho is just taking this race.
Yeah, it's rather unbelievable. Though he is it seems like he's having a hard time with this puzzle here.
Yeah, that is the thing you're going to see is that there will be a lot of games that are basically also been seen in Mystery Tournament because, I mean, we scour for games. I mean, we've got resources to find whatever game of any genre we want. Like, for instance, we have a race bot, or we have a blind bot that will pull literally almost any game for you. Like, it indexes some... Bob is the name of the bot. He's been lovingly referred to as Bob because the avatar for him is Bob Barker. So everybody started calling him Bob, and I'm like, alright, his name's Bob now, so that's a thing. But he indexes somewhere around 170,000 games by genre, region, and console. So if you want to find puzzle games, he can pull up random puzzle games. And so sometimes, I built him as a way to kind of like prepare for Mystery Tournament, to give you some training on it, or also to find games that you would have never thought of to submit. So you get a lot of interesting stuff coming from Mystery Tournament. I don't think anybody's actually used Bob for that reason, though, unless they have.
It boggles my mind that there are that many games that have been created.
Oh, no. That's only because that's what's indexed on MU Paradise.
Oh, so there's probably duplicates?
Well, yeah, they're duplicates, but also the fact that it's only one site. There are well over 1 million games that have been made.
There are more. There aren't less than 170,000. There are more.
Yeah. There are more. It's just that Bob only indexes about 170,000. I don't remember. I didn't check the integrity of the data. I'm not going to go sifting through that many possible things, thank you. I'm lazy.
I feel like you're still in good shape though with 170,000.
Yeah.
To be able to get, dude,
We've seen some good stuff. We've seen some really terrible Kuso too.
Just so many. Well, I imagine you can just get a shit ton of like crappy NES movie tie-in games.
Oh no, Bob! The thing Bob loves the most is French Atari ST RPGs.
What?
I don't know why, but he has a preference
RPGs?
for them. Atari ST French RPGs.
ST? Like what's ST?
I don't know. Something French, I'm sure.
I would feel bad for.
Letter from the editor, everybody. Thank you very much, Aries, for clarifying that. I actually did not know.
I grew up in the N64 era and GameCube era, so this is way ahead of my time.
Oh no, I grew up on Contra basically, so difficult games were the norm for me growing up. So where are we?
Yeah, we got a bit of a tangent there, but I do like exploring the history and the community of the mystery tournament, because we do have a cross community effort going here, because there are plenty of names I don't recognize.
Oh yeah, we had like psyho is basically like, hey guys, they're doing a mystery puzzle challenge on Puzzle General, you should join. And then here we all are.
I like cross-community efforts, honestly. And yeah, as Aries has pointed out, Kariohki and Nicole are... Well, they were on the same stage, but I think Kariohki just finished it. But they're very close right now.
Oh, the mouse misclick resizing the window. That's always such a frustration. We just missed that by oh so much.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no. Ah.
Who are you looking at right now?
Nicole, there was the movement on it. But it looks like she figured out that the enemy will move down a ladder if it has nowhere to go. But now it's stuck up top, so I don't know what the plan there is. Because it won't move down a ladder if it can't, if that's the only option. But it will move down a ladder if it is on a ladder that has a dead end somewhere. So they could lead that ladder there to the very last bottom ladder on the right, and it'll cause the enemy to fall down on the spikes. So psyho just finished.
Oh, Nicole! She was like a few frames away from getting into that. She was trying to time it.
So while we were talking and looking at everything, psyho...
Oh yeah, psyho won. Good job, psyho.
Wait, if psyho's won... Who... I don't... I guess my stream is hella delayed, because... Yeah, I'm not seeing it. So, psyho takes it away with... Aries, you there? Okay. It's all good. So, that'll put psyho... Let's see. psyho will be moving on to face Aaron Dobie in round 3. Aaron Dobb in round 3. And Dev will be moving on to face Sully in the Losers 2. So they both have their matches stuff, and we'll be seeing a lot of those matches happening next week.
Have we started scheduling Losers bracket rounds yet?
We have not yet. We're waiting for everything to happen on round 1, basically.
I got bopped in my first round.
So it looks like where? We got... Oh, it looks like when they pause it, flickers the stage. So we can see that that Nicole there is on stage 3-8.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it seems like she's having a rough time of it. I'm still feeding on her salt in the background.
Psyho just blew this away.
And Dev's having a hard time. He's crossing over those breakaway blocks and then coming back into the spikes. Might be doing. Oh, he's doing some squish strategies though. Oh, there he goes.
The squish is the tech, man. Don't deny the squish. So Dev is now moving on to stage 5. So where we see the more complicated mechanics. So this one will probably take a little bit. I like the thing that I like about this game is that the levels are so bite-sized that it's easily digestible in any case. There's no level has too many complicated strategies to it.
I would be afraid to play this game because of how addicting it looks. You take an addicting puzzle game combined with an adorable aesthetic, and you have like the next Candy Crush, but actually good.
That's a proud thing that the dev can claim on their site. Just like Candy Crush, but good.
But good. Maybe he'll get a deal for an Emoji Movie tie-in.
Why would you say those words?
I don't know. I mean, you gotta, sell out once in your life just so you can live the rest of your life on your terms. Alright, so I wanna see... Okay, so karaoke's on 4-4, and I wanna see where Nicole is next time we get a chance, because this is because Sai's already won his match, so this is the match that's going on currently between...
It looks like, I think that puts Nicole in like 4-2. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so at 2 stages behind, so still very much in this.
This is a very close race.
And it seems like you can just get just like any puzzle game, you can get walled on a particular stage if you just cannot get it.
Yeah, it's really easy to kind of sort of just like it's really easy to fall into a trap of just not seeing new things, getting frustrated and blindsided.
Well, it seems like that's the best weapon you can have in a mystery game tournament is elasticity of the mind.
Yeah, because I mean, again, there's a completely different technique to running mystery than there is with standard speedrunning. Because some of the things that you think of in standard speedrunning are not the best movement. For instance, in mystery, very commonly, survival is a better tactic than plowing through with blind speed. Because if you live and your opponent doesn't, then you win. But you also have to balance that with how safe are you playing it? Is the game easy enough? Do you know your opponent well enough? Do you think that, oh, well, I've definitely fought this opponent this before, or I've seen some of their matches, so I know that they can or cannot handle this kind of game in a certain way. So you have to use those knowledges to your advantage in every respect. Because it's... You only get what's given to you by the game, you only get what's given to you by the paste bin, you only get limited information, so you have to use every single bit of it that you can to your advantage in order to succeed in mystery.
Yeah, because your tournament works the same as ours, I'm guessing, where you just get like a snippet of information and you get the game. And
yes.
You don't even know necessarily what genre it is even when you start, so maybe you have like someone's good at like shmups and beat 'em ups, but not as good at platformers and so on.
Interestingly, 2 genres that we rarely use.
Oh,
mostly because they're really hard to use in a setting.
I imagine that there might just be games like that. You might not even have some players might not have the skill or experience to even get past certain stages, potentially.
Oh, karaoke, you had the right move, but then you freaked out and thought that wasn't the right way to go.
Oh, no. The old...
Unfortunate.
That's like in Pokemon, where you're in the ice cave and you ruin the block placement, and you have to exit and come back.
Just not realizing that you gotta use that the box has to be turned around.
So on Dev's side, it looks like the enemy has stolen the key.
Oh, yeah, so part of this level is that you need to get the enemy will steal the key in this. Now, you can either make them work... You basically want to make the enemy work for you here.
That was the most adorable thing.
Disabling it and getting rid of it.
Ooh, psyho in the chat is talking about small sample sizes, and that, as a stats major, that piques my interest. Have you guys compiled data for the matches you've had?
Some data. We've had... so psyho is... and he can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure psyho is actually, like, does game development and the like, and does puzzle games in particular, and is well-versed in many mechanics of dealing with that, and how they play into a puzzle properly. So he actually has a developer-side thought process on it, which works in his advantage in a lot of times, and you can see when it clearly doesn't work in his advantage. Whereas he did, in fact, create a statistical victories, a proper ranking at one point for everybody instead of the true skill system. So that was definitely an interesting one. We haven't really done a lot of... Like, we do have spreadsheets of everything that we've done thus far. So we haven't really, like... I don't know if anybody has done data compiling. Keep in mind, one thing with me is that I'm actually fairly new to Mystery Tournament. I only saw Mystery Tournament happen at GDQ, or at AGDQ last year when they did the mystery block. And they were like, hey, you know, do these races, they're fun. And I looked at them like, you're right. Those look fun. So...
Do you work with GDQ?
No, I do not. I've never never had the chance. Would like to fix that. I'm going to try to do what I can to bring mystery back to GDQ, but I'm just... Basically what happened is in Mystery Tournament 11, they were like, hey, are we having matches restreamed? And everybody was like, no, we don't really restream the matches, individual matches. Only the top 8 get restreamed because nobody really has a timer does that. So I was like, oh, I have time. I'll do it. And everyone's like, yeah, do it. So I did. So suddenly I became basically the restreamer for Mystery Tournament. We had most of the channels. You can see most of the VODs for Mystery Tournament 11 happened on what just happened? Okay. So I'm trying to see all the stuff that are happening on the chat as well.
Yeah.
So like we did most of the matches in Mystery Tournament 11 on my channel. And then we also had Alpha 5 and the Spin Beast were also doing some restreams. So we realized at the end of it that we kind of had created an area where there were conflicting channels that had the matches on at any given time. So we decided at the end of it to create the Mystery Funhouse. We named it that because when most of us are playing our games in Mystery Tournament, when you get a game, you're given the console first, and you have to load the console and your stream first and foremost before you get the game to make sure that all that stuff is working on a technical level. And then most people, because they don't know the game they're streaming, they'll choose Mystery Funhouse as the game. So that's kind of where we got the name from, and so we built the official channel from there. And
oh, okay.
That's where I've gained a lot of my commentary experience. And I'll be honest, I quite love doing the restreaming and the commentary.
Well, I think it's a really good idea to have as many games streamed as possible because there's something really delightful about watching people experience something for the first time. Because think about all the speedrunners who are grinding for a certain time and do like resets a lot. And that can get, if you're more of a casual watcher, that can get a little stale. But watching these people play a new game and they don't have any expectations whatsoever, it's very enjoyable. And I thought the mystery block at that one GDQ, that was one of the funnest parts of the marathon.
Yeah, it was the thing that spoke to me most, because they always do say that, you know, you anybody can join in and anybody can do speed runs. It's just that easy. But you know, I don't have
always.
I don't have the patience for it. I'm trying to speed run right now. I've got Mr. Nuts for some reason. I decided to speed run. I'm not insane, I swear.
Mr. Nuts? I've not even heard of
that. Treat yourself. Go see what a 2-hour-long match looks like in Mystery Tournament. It's on my stream channel. I hope I saved that one. I'll be mad if I didn't. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Unfortunately, we haven't been talking much about the game because, admittedly, in this game, there's not too much to talk about. But that's not a bad thing. I think that it speaks great to the simplicity of it. Plus, it's really hard to talk about. The main problem with puzzle games and commentary is it's really hard to talk about them when somebody else has already cleared them and you've already talked about them.
Yeah, but I think it is good that we are talking about the community in the background, because I did not know much about Mystery Tournament, honestly, and I like that we're having two communities get together and meeting new people.
Yeah, and I like it. I've been kind of feeling like the Mystery Tournament ambassador here, and it's actually been kind of fun. Like, I'm glad that you guys have been having me and letting me, like, I've done most of the commentary at this point, but just because it's fun for me. I like watching the races and you know, talking about it.
Well, what I liked in my match was just not worrying if I win or not.
Oh yeah, like, don't worry if you win. Just enjoy it.
Because I was in a Puzzle League tournament, and I'm good at that game, and I was like worried. I mean, not worried, but you know, like getting a little nervous about matches. And I did not have that level of concern at all with Mystery Tournament. I was like, oh, I'm just going to get this game given to me, and I'm going to have a good time, and who cares what happens?
Exactly. Like, you just hope that you're going to find games. And the main thing that one of the best features about Mystery Tournament is that we're super open to everybody. By that we mean that while the races are happening, anybody can jump in and play anybody's race. That's all part of the fun. Their points don't matter, of course, to the tournament, but you know, it's fun to see yourself getting in first place when against some of the other players, and it adds to a level of tension between the other players as well.
Oh, you have like extras?
Oh yeah, so we run all of our races on SRL, and it's 100% public. If you just log into IRC and see mystery races happening, you just jump in and enter and then join in. Like, it's just that easy, and that's a lot of the fun of Mystery Tournament, is playing along.
So if they see this being run on SRL, they also have access to the resources to run the game?
Because we post the links. We have an official bundle for all the emulating like you'll need. We post the links in any individual game, and like all the paste bin and the paste bins and the goals and everything. They're all right there in the channel. So anybody can look in there and see, this is what I'm supposed to do, this is what I'm supposed to do at this place in such time. Like, yeah, Psyho says the start of MT, there are like 10 plus races daily. There's a ton of them. It's like I am taking the entire week off from my life to restream as many races as I possibly can during that time.
That's really great. It's like people talk about taking a week off for things like GDQ, but it's nice to know that there are events that happen more frequently like this that have that same appeal, that you get so excited for it that you would want to take time off for it.
Oh, so Karioki's now learning that you can't let the enemy die while it's holding the key, because it will take the key with it.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too, because I think I remember seeing the enemy die and then the key just vanished. I thought the way it worked was that you'd want to kill the enemy so he drops the key.
Yeah, you just let the enemy do all the work for you. Just, you know, go get everything broken down, get the key into the hole. And really what the key is for is just to kill off the enemy too. It's leading to a laser death trap. Here you go, buddy.
Alright, so Karioki's on 5-4, it looks like. And we're gonna wait. Nicole is maybe a stage or two behind.
I think Nicole's actually like 4 or 5 stages behind.
Oh, really? She's still
she's still in World 4.
Nicole is just not. Oh, 4-7. Yeah, she's not having the best time with this. It looks like, which is fine. I mean, it's all part of the fun.
Yeah, it's because there really is just, it's so easy to get blindsided to a solution, and your opponent just doesn't, and it happens. But there's also, it's so easy to just look at a stage and go, oh, I know exactly what I'm supposed to do here, and clear it before your opponent does.
I imagine that's a really good feeling, because just having a game click with you on that level.
Yeah. And it is when you're playing a game and you feel like you're on fire, you can tell that you're doing pretty well most of the time. Like you if you play enough Mystery and you watch enough people, you learn, hey, these people are the good people. This is who I'm up against. How much do I have to be on point? How much can I relax and enjoy it? Typically the answer is always be on point, but it's just a wide number of things to consider during any match, and it has exposed me to some of my favorite games. If it weren't for Mystery Tournament and meeting this community, I wouldn't have played Snakebird, which is a just absolutely fantastic puzzler. You get to see so many different things that you never would have seen. And while we were talking, Dev finished. Dev finished at what was that time there? 43:40. And then his thing shut off immediately too. Hey, look, it's our friend the traffic cone.
God, Psy just blew everyone away. 15 minutes ahead of second place. But one thing I did say Snakebird, so I gotta mention Keval there, and his work on Snakebird really did make that game something fantastic. Those facial expressions were the best. Just in that game. So, you with puzzle games, for instance, that's where you get to see what you start getting to see what kind of puzzles you're better at, and it really opens up your worldview, because there are a lot of, it's really easy to get swept up in the speedrunning and mastering a single game, and in Mystery it takes a much broader mindset to pull it off. That's what I was thinking. When you're in a single game community, you know people by their skill at a single game. Like, oh, this user is one of the best Sunshine runners, for example. But I feel like if you're in Mystery Tournament, people would have a reputation for just being good in general. Like these
Andy 4H. I say that as if that's a bad thing, but no, yeah, exactly. You get people like Sir Nico, Adam Numbers, Andy, when you face off against them, you're in trouble.
Yeah, because some people, you'd be known for just having that sort of quick wits about you, as opposed, if you can just be dropped into any random game and pick it up rather quickly, well, that's a broader trait. Like, that's a broader skill set than just, I've really trained hard at this one game. Not that one's better than the other, but I thought it was just a different perspective on things.
Yeah, and the community gets really involved with a lot of things too. Well, we've seen, I've seen multiple instances where we've latched onto a game that we've seen really hard, and pretty soon you see the dev, like, we've had lots of game devs that have popped up into our channel, for instance. We have one that puts out a number of great kind of experimental or just really good freeware games. Daniel Linson, I'll always give him a shout out whenever I can. He, for instance, in Mystery Tournament, he didn't participate in Top 8, but he didn't participate in the tournament, but he did submit a game for it and made one of his pay-for games free for the weekend of Top 8 for all the people who wanted to race and all the competitors to have it.
Oh,
so
that's
we
really
even
neat.
got, like, devs contributing to the health of Mystery Tournament, and it's a really great time. And we also have, okay, well, I say a lot, but Psyho's right. A lot, not just a few, but we got a Hampuli also for Baba Is You has joined in, or has been active. So, we it's nice. If there's one thing that I can say about the mystery community, is that I've always wanted a classic game-loving community. And that's what most people are. It's more a focus on older games, and not just older games in the snubbish ways. It's older games in like, we love these and we hate these and we love to hate these. And it's just a blast. I really do. I cannot recommend enough joining us. There were some girls that hate everybody in Mystery hates games.
Only speedrunners hate games. Well, no, the difference is speedrunners hate the games they play, and Mystery Tournament people hate all games.
Oh, snap. You was hoping to see some Manigore here. Yeah, no, it's...
There's so many inside jokes I'm missing out on.
So you know how to fix that, right? Have you signed up for Mystery Tournament 12?
Oh, there's another one going on.
Yeah, no, that's why one of the reasons I've been here talking about it so much. Mystery Tournament 12 registrations are open right now.
Oh, jeez.
We are submissions, or you have to submit one game to it. And the submission deadline is February 4th, in which case we'll be starting up the thing. So that's one of the reasons why I've been talking about Mystery Tournament a lot here. Taking the focus, I know.
I would definitely like to get in on that, because
we'd post the links, but we can't.
Yeah, those freaking mods at NASA.
So I'm looking at Nicole's stream, and she keeps having the enemy steal the key, and she keeps trying to figure out like ways to get the key from the enemy.
This is not how it works.
Just keep screwing with the enemy, or just like trying to catch up to it and defeat it in some way, shape, or form.
Poor Nicole.
I'm so sorry. It's so adorable here. How the enemy is just like, she's like clicking on the things to remove the block before like switching the enemy.
I mean, it's doing it. If it doesn't work the first time, it's probably not going to work the second time. Okay, just let it get to the key. Maybe she'll discover on. All right, she got it. Oh, but the enemy but now she's gonna fall into the spikes.
Yeah, because you got to use the enemy to break apart that floor block there. See, and that's the reason why I love this game. This is all gleeful chatter, because this game is just a rush of dopamine just in your face. It's so adorable. It's impossible to hate this game. And I'm imagining Nicole is doing that right now, though. I'm sorry if you don't want me, or if that's the name there.
What's that?
I was mumbling. I lost my train of thought.
No, Nicole is well liked in the.
Okay, so she's well known as Nicole then.
Oh yeah, like there are a couple people we know by their first name.
Yeah.
So yeah, Nicole / I like being smart.
I just keep it at being Roar. Just easier that way for me.
Well, honestly, my username is just part of my actual name. My last name is Taylor.
Ah, fair enough.
I have the blandest username in existence.
The fun part is that I could actually just use my real name as my username, but also it would be taken by a dozen people because my name is Phoenix Rising.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's sweet.
My mother's maiden name is Hope Rising. Get ready to write that down, identity
Hope
thieves.
Rising. Dude, Hope Rising, that sounds like the next Phoenix Wright game.
Dude, you as a kid, you get caller ID was a thing back then, so it comes up as Rising Hope, so everybody's like, are you at a church? Are you at an orphanage? Are you an orphan? Are you at a law
that is incredible.
So yeah, I took on my mom's name, and I figured I had to name myself something suitably ridiculous as well. So
Did you change your name?
Yeah, I did. I'll admit that I changed it.
That's fine though. I mean, that's a cool name. That's also not ridiculous. Like some cool names are obviously trying too hard.
No, it's me taking on my mother's maiden name. It's fair game.
That's really cool.
So we have looks like Nicole's catching up a little bit here.
Oh yeah, she's on 5-4.
I think that Karioki's on stage 5-5 right now.
Yeah, I mean, Karaoke was getting walled super hard at that one stage with the laser at the bottom. And it seems like once Nicole got past that enemy key level, she was able to get going a little bit.
Because it looks like Karioke's having issues trying to figure out how to get that box to cover up those spikes. But yeah, this level's the wonderful double key where you grab it, fall off, grab another key, and then now you just have to get back up. And it looks like she's got it.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, she is just cruising ahead. Oh yeah, and I don't think Karaoke and Nicole don't know if they're advancing yet, do they? Unless they found out earlier, but yeah, we don't.
I mean, they were in the race bot channel together. I think they know.
Oh, that's right. Okay. But we don't know.
Nope, this is our first time seeing it. I avoided any spoilers. I want to know who wins.
Yeah, this is exciting.
Oh, I just noticed the time. We've been rambling for almost an hour now. We are getting close to sudden death.
Yeah,
we're actually
only
like 5 minutes away.
Well,
are we gonna have 2 sudden deaths in a day?
Well, I think Karaoke's ahead, so Karaoke would just win.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true, too.
So it wouldn't quite be sudden death.
Nicole, we need you to win. We need you to clear these stages. I'm reaching out to past Nicole here to let them know that you must be very smart. Or you must like being smart, and you must reach forward and pull off this stage and catch up and end it in sudden death for the dramatic.
Dude, we need to get that ad revenue, so please make this dramatic.
What? Ad revenue? Nobody told me anything about ad revenue.
Dude, we're gonna partner with ESPN.
Oh, okay.
Dude, we broadcast our whole puzzle tournament on ESPN.
Oh yeah, that's the ticket. You congratulations. You're beating Mystery in that regards. We're definitely our major networks.
Dude, puzzle games are the next esports.
I mean, after all, you guys are definitely on the NASA channel. I figured you. When I first saw it too, I was like, NASA doing a puzzle tournament? I guess that would be kind of up their alley to show people. And it's a different acronym.
Yeah, when I was searching for the NASA channel, I discovered that the actual NASA has a Twitch channel that has a ton of followers. But yeah, I think we have someone in the puzzle community, Dark Aries, who is involved with NASA in some way. I don't know in what capacity exactly, but he does have access to the channel, apparently, so that's a nice connection to have. We
don't even know who we are working for at this time. It's okay, they don't pay us anyway, so...
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Ooh, Aries is head of tech, wow.
I mean, that's why the stream looks so good.
Man, I wanna...
Caveat, at Mystery Funhouse, our stream does not look nearly as good.
Yeah, we have a couple, graphics whizzes in the puzzle community.
Oh no, she doesn't have the key, though! Oh, it looked like there was a solve for a moment on 5-5. Karaoke's been stuck on this for a while now.
I was gonna say, do we know what stage Karaoke's on? Because we're about to wrap things up, but she is ahead, so if Nicole cannot...
Okay, it's 5-6 to 5-5. So if Nicole can solve this level in a minute, it becomes sudden death. Or in 2 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully she just doesn't get stuck in a rut here. I mean, from the stream, it just looks like she's... Well, actually, she was just... Oh, no, she just Well, she's experimenting. That's good, but she's gonna have to come up with a solution pretty quickly here.
Yeah, it looks like she's getting a little bit walled off on the direction of just definitely succumbing to that frustration of not realizing what's going on. Meanwhile, Karioki has also been stuck on this level for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, this is like how many state there? This is a decent amount into the game, so it makes sense that they are getting harder. Did she get it? She can get it. Oh no, she's not going to get it here. They get. I feel like Karioki is also having this problem that they just could not figure out how to get the block, how to get back across the pit there. Now she's talking it over with herself.
Okay, they've got 1 minute left. Can she pull this off?
Yeah, we're counting down. 40 seconds left.
you can see your mouse just flying around there going, oh god, what...
This would be the biggest comeback since the Miracle on Ice in the Olympics.
I'll pretend like I know what that is.
See, I'm one of the few nerds / video game people that also like sports. I made a donation at GDQ that made a sports reference, and then everyone else was like,
Oh no! And we are time on Nicole, and it looks like I'm a few seconds behind on Karioki there. Ouch. So Karioki's going to take this by being one stage ahead during the cutoff.
It was a valiant catch-up effort. I mean, kudos. Nicole went on a run there at the end.
Yeah, they were a lot closer than either one of them probably thought, truth be told. I mean, they had to have known they were coming towards the end, because 5-6 is a thing, but they just, it's impressive to see him keep fighting through the entire hour and just keep trying. I think that they definitely had a little bit of fatigue going on in those later levels, which puzzle games especially will give you fatigue pretty hard.
Well, it's so much a brain exercise, and especially if you get stuck on one thing, and it's like trying to bench press with your brain. You just keep trying and trying.
It's painful. That's why puzzles I'm glad that the puzzle tournament keeps it short, because I admittedly don't have the patience for it as much as I wish that I had. But keep on trucking. That's how it works. So looks like we're about wrapping here. So I'd like to again thank Dark Aries for the tech work there. It's really looking. I appreciate how quickly he adapted this screen or this stream to fit this game, because ain't nobody could have predicted the way that this predicted this game ahead of time to do the layout like this. So I appreciate that, and thanks again for chatting with me, Taman, and I guess that's about it for us. So yeah,
it was very fun. It was good to meet you and talk with you, Blasphemous.
Right on. So remember, everybody, join Mystery, and if we do this Mystery Puzzle Challenge again, join it too. Also, I might have plans cooked up. So look forward to that. So thanks again for having me. I've been Blasphemous Roar.
All right, take care, everyone.